This photon resin printer is really awesome. Makes great high resolution prints. Things like little tiny T-Rex skull. Oops, I can't get that close. Really awesome prints, but the thing is, it stinks. The resin's smelly, and I don't want to be breathing into this stuff either. So, some people have already created a solution for this, which is to remove this duct back here, change this. There's already like a vent panel. Remove that vent panel, add this duct, which I've 3D printed on the FDM printer there, and that attaches to a 4-inch pipe, and that's going to pass through. It's going to, using this vent fan here. I got this one because it's fully adjustable speed control all the way down to nothing, and people use them for grow rooms. They use it for growing parts. That's going to pull the air, and then it's going to pass through a carbon filter. And I picked up this, again, used for grow rooms, this fresh carbon filter. There's a lot of cheaper ones online, on Amazon, online anywhere, and Fresh is one of the higher quality ones. I think they probably use more carbon, better filter design, and it has seems like it should even in grow rooms it should last like 2 years or something like that. So in this application it should last a long time. Now the thing is, one of the most important things is you want to pre-filter the air before it goes into the carbon, because the carbon is great at absorbing chemicals and smells and odors, but it can get clogged very easily if you're running dirty air through there. So it comes with a pre-filter. It comes with a cloth pre-filter. The cloth pre-filter is intended to go on the outside. It's intended to go on the outside of the filter, and then you can easily replace it with another cloth pre-filter. If it gets dirty on the outside, you can add more filtration on the outside. Now the thing is, it's kind of designed to, since it goes on the outside, it's kind of designed to go like inside a grow room, and you pull air through the filter. So in this case, I can't fit this filter inside this little 3D printer, obviously. So I would have to push the air out of the filter, which would preclude the use of this pre-filter unless I stuck it inside this hole. But I don't think it'll be that effective in there. So my plan is this is about the right size to fit inside of a bucket. So my plan is to put this inside of a bucket, then have an inlet that goes into the empty space in the bucket. The air goes around the filter, goes through the filter, and then it's drawn out by the fan. I guess the fan could be either pushing into the bucket or drawing out. I think it's usually better to draw out with the fan rather than push. Okay, so I'm going to install this filter into the bucket, and the idea is that the filter will be, what is this, clips? The filter will be inside the bucket, and the flange will be sticking out of the top of the bucket, out of the bottom of the bucket, because the bottom is the strongest piece. And then I'm going to put this other flange. I fortunately have another nice flange to put on this lid of this bucket, this dirty lid, and this is going to be the intake flange. So first thing I need to do is draw out I feel like carbon's going to fall everywhere when I do this. There's a bunch of carbon that's settled in this bag. So that happens with all these carbon filters when they ship. They get jostled around. So draw out a hole in here. Make sure that's centered. Draw the circle for the hole, at least. Then what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to screw the filter into the bottom of the bucket so the flange stays sticking out. I can attach this and it won't fall in easily. Okay, got my circle, looks pretty well centered. I'm going to cut that out now. And I'll probably cut it out where the black portion is because I need a little bit of clearance for these, and it looks like this flange has a nice radius, so if I screw into here through the bucket, it's going to suck up against that radius. I can always put like some sealant around there too. Okay, first we're going to drill a hole in the bucket to get the saw bit through. Step drills work pretty well for drilling holes in plastic. And now get our scroll saw through. Deburr the edge. I have a deburring tool. Easy. Deburr the inside edge too. Okay. Alright, let's test fit the filter here. Perfect. Okay. So, next thing I want to do is I'll mark the outside of the filter so I know where to put the screw holes. I can place the screw holes approximately in between the two. And let's make a mark. Put one screw here. One here, and then at 90 degrees, one here, and one here. Okay, so I'm going to use some self-tapping sheet metal screws, so I don't even need to drill any holes probably. So we're past the filter through this hole inside. And it'd be better if I had something to set the filter on to support it. So let me get some blocks of wood to do that. Okay, let's set the filter up on a block, so now I can press directly into the filter when I'm drilling these holes. And we go ahead and I don't think it matters where. Go ahead and stick these in the marks I made. One thing I want to do is add some washers. Where are those washers? Here they are. Put a washer there to support the plastic better. This one's gone through. Then put one on the back side. Yeah, it dries in there pretty well. No need to pre-drill. Add the rest of the screws. See if I can do it while it's in the bucket. Okay, now don't want to strip these out or anything. All right, so now we have a filter that's pretty well centered inside this bucket, and will allow the air to go around pass around the filter when it comes inside the bucket. Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay, so the air can pass around. So now I need to put a hole in the lid so the air intake can come in here, and I need to put the pre-filter on the filter too. So I'm going to draw it on the inside here. Okay. Alright, got the hole. Cut this out. I don't think it shouldn't hit the deburr this. Okay, I cleaned off the top because I'm going to use some double-sided tape to stick this down. So apply some double-sided tape to this. So this should seal it off too. And doesn't matter. Foam double-sided tape probably works best. Doesn't really matter whatever double-sided tape you have works the best. Well, it's pretty stretchy stuff. Better cut it. Let's see, trying to tear it. It's not tearing very well. It's kind of ripping off the top layer of the other one as I'm going around. I wonder how you stop that from happening. It just looks like it's continuous. Continuously ripping that off. Hopefully it comes off pretty easily. Yep. Let's go ahead and peel this off. Come on, you double-sided tape is not okay. Oh, it's like it cleared itself. Okay, now double-sided tape is applied. I'm going to stick this down, align it with the hole. Boom. Okay. I'm still going to screw it in. Double-sided tape is just kind of seal things off. So you could also 3D print this flange here, and that would work too. I'm just using whatever screws I have that I have a lot of, in this case 1024, and going to put a washer on the inside of these. Around the screws clean. Washer on the inside. Add some nuts. Lock nuts would be preferable. You can always put some Loctite on there. Okay, that looks good. We got our flange on our bucket, 2-hole bucket. The top flange for the inlet goes into the carbon filter. Take this pre-filter and put it onto the carbon filter. The pre-filter just looks like a sleeve. Could probably add something even more pre-filtering just to make sure it really stays clean. Slide it on there. Would have been a little bit easier had I done this first, but this works. Okay, slide it all the way on. And it's got these plastic bands. And I like headbands for carbon filters. Okay, and then put this band up here. Put it low enough. Okay, so the filter is on, pre-filter's on. Now I'm just gonna close up this bucket, put the lid on it, boom, done. Got my filtration bucket. I had an idea if I wanted to make this a clean enclosure would be to build an actual box around the whole workstation and mount the fan. Let's see. I wouldn't have any pipes running anywhere. It's to put this filter on top of the box and mount the fan on top, so everything would just be in line, no hoses, be simple, be easy to access, and it would be drawing air straight up. But for right now, I'm just going to use hoses. The same flange that's here would be an easy flange or similar flange. You could use the same flange on the bucket. Just 3D print another one of those flanges. Moving down to the bucket with the filter, put the hose on the intake side and tighten that up. Lay that on the side. Yeah, it's a hard bend there, but it'll loosen up. It'll slacken up when I push this back. This is all just temporary location for this stuff. Just testing it out. And then the fan, I think I'm just going to tape. Let's see the fan, but I think I'm just going to tape the fan in here for right now, just for testing purposes. It actually fits kind of well in there, and just put some tape. So yeah, just going to tape this up for now, for test it, make sure everything works well, and then later I can make a better adapter. And it's using blue tape because I know it's not strong, but I don't want sticky residue all over this afterwards. So it's strong enough for right now. All right, let's plug this sucker in. Feel air being drawn out. That's a good sign. It means air is passing through the filter and everything. And This has a really nice speed control, so you can really lower the speed if you need to, just like the minimum, which is pulling a little bit of air out.